Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth, where
Welcome.
every day is in a booth, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
right, Dan. Of course it is. You guys know that it is. Every day is it's every day, bro. It's every day.
That's right. Every day is awesome.
That's right.
So, welcome. Don't,
Happy Tuesday.
yeah, happy Tuesday. Yeah, it is a nice Tuesday today. I was very busy. Had to watch the movie while I was doing other stuff. My
Mm.
my daughter has her first loose tooth. She was freaking out about it. She goes, pull it, I don't want it.
Ugh.
So
No.
so I wiggled it a little bit, it bled a little. I said, well, it's not ready to come out yet, maybe tomorrow. And she started crying, saying, no, she wanted it out. Poor girl.
Wow, so you were really getting to the feels of this movie with, hardcore blood and guts. I mean, not
Yeah, that's right.
exactly the same thing, but still pretty heavy duty stuff there.
Pretty
But
heavy.
anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
hope everybody's having a good day, and hopefully not everybody needs to be pulling teeth.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So let's welcome everybody in the chat. We got Uncle Mike. What's up, Uncle Mike? Thanks for coming. You can't see my hand waving. My
I'll wait for you, Dan.
hands.
I'll
All right,
wait
wait
for
for
you.
me. Yes.
You're busy.
Uh,
Yeah.
we got Phil TMNT. I'll move over just a touch. Yeah, here we go. Man. We got R2 the Icky. He told me don't forget to hit the live button. I didn't forget. We got Kaylee D. What's up, Kaylee?
Hey,
We
Kaylee.
got Lady Marinik. I can't say that word.
Lady Marine NC. Yeah. Hey.
Uh, do.
Dan hasn't seen you around there, Lady Marine. It's okay. We know you here. Come into the booth. We got you.
Yeah, thanks for
We
coming.
got you,
Thanks for
fam.
coming.
Got you, fam.
Somebody says, lady says, I have a Chinese dragon tattoo on my right arm. I love
Ooh,
dragons. Ooh,
dragons.
everybody
I
loves
do like
dragons.
some dragons.
Mrs. R to the Icky, how are you? We got Benjamin Joyner. Hey, thanks for
Hello.
joining us, Joyner. You're joining us, Soul Assassin. What's up? The Maker. Oh, hey, the Maker is Tabitha's brother.
He is.
What's
He
up,
is.
Mr. Watts?
Has his own little YouTube channel where he makes stuff, and I'm
Yes.
kind of jealous of some of the stuff he can make because, I mean, I can paint and I'm proud of it, but I can't make diddly squat. I used to be mad at him for that, but anyway, we all have our talents. I'm not jealous. I'm not bitter.
He said in his video, it's his first time. One of his videos, it was his first time doing it, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
And if he can do it, anybody can, right?
Not me. I'm not gifted like that. Like three-dimensional
I'm sure you could.
objects.
I'm sure you could put something together, and it would look like something.
Macaroni art.
Yeah, there you go.
Macaroni birdhouse.
Yeah, and then is that it? Is that everybody so far?
I think so. I don't know. Did we recognize R2? Because
Yes.
we did mention his wife, and I'd hate for him to feel left out.
It's somewhere I read that she has a dragon tattoo. Yes, on her lower back.
And then he made fun of her on the
tramp
internet.
Stamp. It should be called a dragon stamp.
There you go. And the chairman is here saying good evening to everyone. Thank you. Look, we get some high society people in the chat tonight.
Right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. R2 says macaroni Stargate. Yeah, maybe I should do that, but I don't think I want to. Although it would be kind of cool.
It would be. It would be really cool.
Since I lost my Gingergate. So
Fabworks put out a challenge last night that he's attempting to do. Oh, good.
Yeah, Ado. He hangs out with our circles, Dan. Our Star Wars room builder folk.
I know, right? Those are great guys.
They are great guys.
Love them. I joined that room builder when they just started it. It was like when I joined it, it was at like 300 followers.
Oh, wow.
So I'm one of the OGs.
Oh, Dan, is that one of our merchandise that you're sipping out of right there? My
Yes.
goodness.
Why, yes.
Guys, we have new merchandise in the T, what is it? Is it T Public? T Public shop. In
store.
the description box below, we have an exclusive Manflix Month t-shirt. If you
That's
guys
it.
were here, if you've been following us for Inside the Booth, you understand that it's not really a man's movie unless there is a fire, not a fire. It has to be a campfire, specifically a campfire in it. It can't just be explosions. It can't just be a cigarette burning. No. It's got to be a campfire.
It can't even be dragon blowing fire out.
That's right. It's got to be a campfire or nothing to make it a man's show, a man's movie. And so, in honor of Father's Day coming up here soon, we are dedicating the month to Manflix. And so, you want to get an exclusive Manflix t-shirt. Just add campfire on our T Public shop. And what's really cool is that T Public is running, there it is. T Public is running a sale. And so everything is discounted right now. Get you some. I'm getting myself something here soon. And I can't wait to wear it on our next stream because, yes, it's a staple here at Inside the Booth. No campfire. Not a man's movie. It doesn't even matter if it's Rambo, if it's the Expendables, if you've got guns blazing out the wazoo. No campfire?
Not a man's movie.
No man's movie. And like we always say, Ever After is technically, according to Inside the Booth, a man's movie because it was a campfire. So check out our merchandise, guys. And of course, on TeePublic, you can get it not just on shirts, but you can also get it on mugs, get stickers, get all kinds of stuff there. So check it out. Be worth the buy.
That's right.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful there. So, and so Lady Maureen over here says, so Terror on the Prairie is a man's movie. It is. The one with Gina Carano coming out here soon, which we're all excited about. I mean, as long as it's got a campfire in it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's 7 ladies dancing in the nighttime, drinking tea while wearing nothing but lace. It's got a campfire. It's a man's movie.
That's right. It's manly. It becomes a manly movie.
And Marcos A is here. Hi, Marcos.
Hey, Marcos. By the way, everybody, it is June where the woke people celebrate Pride Month. Well, here on Inside the Booth, and I'm glad you are all Inside the Boothers, we are celebrating Masculinity Month. That is it. We're taking over. We are all masculine here. Even Tabitha is today.
Yes, I'm so glad that I wore my makeup and curled my hair for this monumentous occasion. I feel more like a man every second.
So we got the maker saying, "Shucks, Dan is my introduction to all the Star Wars builder stuff."
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I showed you.
So Assassin says 7 ladies in lace dancing around a fire. When are y'all reviewing that film? Oh, it's coming.
It's coming. That's right.
Coming. Hey JT, dude looks like a lady. R2 says, I don't need a month. I'm a man 24/7.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
I'm glad you're stable in that, R2. So, we
got JT saying hello.
Hey, JT, good luck with your new channel, Late Night with Cap.
Yeah, that's right. And don't forget, everybody, tomorrow night he's got a show going on. Starts at 11, I think he does it.
Eastern Standard Time, but his time I think is JT. Let us know if you don't.
Yeah.
And if we have any moderators in the chat, if you want to link his channel there for us.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to make moderators out of Phil and JT. I'm sorry, guys. I just couldn't do it yet.
Disappointed.
Let me turn my phone up.
Yeah, it's really, really distracting. We're professionals here at Inside the Booth.
It's so professional.
So professional that we come with our own distractions. We come with our own jingle jangles. So I mean, you
That's
know,
right.
don't mind Dan. He's just busy being professional.
That's right. And we got some furniture in the house
Furniture
tonight.
in the chat. Oh no.
Yay, furniture. I got it. So, anywho, yeah, R2 the Icky, thank you for throwing that up there for JT. Thank you. And thank you, Tabitha, for throwing up the T Public store. So, people, don't forget to buy that stuff. That will also, not only will you also have a cool shirt, that'll also help support this channel. And then it might actually help support getting rid of Mr. Hubert in the corner.
Dan and David have an issue with my friend Sir Hubert the Duck over here. Like, David couldn't even pronounce his name correctly earlier today. And on behalf of Hubert, I am offended. And so, guys, they don't like my little friend. You know, it gets a little lonely in my little corner of the world right here. And I'm the one friend that I have, they're trying to get rid of. But that's okay. It's for the greater good. So, you know.
That's right, for the greater good. Speaking of which, don't forget.
You gotta tell them Silent Breed is people!
You know, this stream has definitely turned into a "Hey, what's up? Let's chat" night. I mean, we haven't even talked about the movie or like even mentioned the name of the movie. Like, we're at 12 minutes in, and we're just hanging out with you guys, just talking about furniture, merchandise, masculinity.
That's right.
We do it all here on Inside the Booth.
That's right. So this movie is called The Ring of Fire, right?
No. It's called The Rain of Fire, and not like Purple Rain, but Rain of Fire. Some of you may have heard of it with Matthew McConaughey, Gerard Butler, and Christian Bale. It's what would you say? It's like kind of like a post-apocalyptic science fiction fantasy.
Yeah, manly movie.
There are campfires here, aren't there? Or is it just everything exploding in a ball
I think
of fire?
everything's just on fire, so they just use it as a campfire.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I can't remember now. There were so many things being set on fire that I don't actually remember if there was a specific campfire because they actually lived inside of a castle. Spoilers here, guys. If you're new to Inside the Booth, number one, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe.
What's up, Matt Vader?
But hey, we also do spoilers. So
That's
if you've never seen Rain of Fire here, or rather at your house, then you know, we're going to be talking about a lot of the stuff that happens in the movies. And so we hope that you stick around. We won't talk about everything because we tend to miss things, but we're just going to give you our opinions on this movie with our 5 categories.
Yes, this movie.
Lady Marine says it's a movie that tries to be a bit like Dragonheart. I mean, I guess kind of, sort of, not, I mean.
Well, Dragonheart was kind of cooler, I think. You know, you got Sean Connery talking for the dragon.
Yeah.
These dragons don't talk.
I think Dragonheart was a little bit more emotional, whereas this one is just like guns blazing kind of thing. But if you're new here, also we rank movies on our review nights by the 5 categories. That would be plot, acting, music, cinematography, and allegory, and we give it points. Or sometimes Dan's favorite, the dreaded half-point system, and to let you know out of which is just the 2 of us, out of 10 points, is it worth the watch? If so,
All right, There you go. Drunk 3PO said he flew a dragon.
I flew a dragon.
That's cool.
Man,
one
that
day
like
I
fun.
will too.
Yeah. You know, instead of coming back on white horses, I wonder if we can put in with Jesus a word and be like, can I come back on like a white elephant, a dragon, a giraffe, maybe? You know, does it have to be a horse?
I'm going to say something a little bit about history, a little bit. I won't go too far into it. You guys are just going to have to look it up. Did you know in the Bible, dinosaurs, what we call dinosaurs now, was considered dragons in the Bible? So don't forget that. dinosaurs are dragons. Dragons are dinosaurs. Leviathan, right? No, what is his name?
Leviathan?
Yeah, that one with the big trunk tail and yeah, as big as a tree. So, anyways, there's dinosaurs slash dragons in the Bible. So there you go. There's a little history for you. Go check it out on your own. Go research it.
I beseech you to research for yourself.
Yeah. Soul Assassin says he slew a dragon.
Me too. Many. I am quite the dragon slayer in Skyrim. They know me around Markarth as my character's name, who slays dragons. But anyway, we're talking about the Rain of Fire.
The Rain of Fire. Beautiful, interesting, kind of beautiful, not really movie.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Dan, about the plot of this film.
Okay. It wasn't like the best movie in the world. Let's talk about the plot. The plot was...
Yes, Dan, please.
You want me to? I'll try to do that.
I want to hear...
I'm going to try to do the plot, and then you can tell them what the real plot is.
I will do that.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
All right, hang on. Let me get comfortable.
So the plot is this kid gets spit in the face with napalm, and then they go up a shaft, and the dragon comes out of a hole, kills the mother, and then all of a sudden, all dragon heck breaks loose, and everybody dies, and now it's post-apocalyptic times. But by the way, it takes 10 years to get there. So it starts in 2010. 2020 is the time period of it. 2020 has passed, so they did not get that right, that prediction. But anyways, so then now they're on a dragon hunt, I guess it was. More of a not so dragon hunt that turned into a dragon hunt. Just survived, and then someone comes by and goes, "Oh, I'm part of the army," roar, which is McConaughey, and he does not play this part very good at all.
We'll talk more about acting later.
Yes.
So you're off to a great start, Dan. Please continue.
And then they kill this dragon, and then that's the end. Boom, boom. So there we go. Hi, science fiction area. I saw you, Rogue. What's up? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Okay, that was interesting.
Soul Assassin, yes, it was a dragon loogie. He spit. Yeah, it was weird. But it was supposed to be like this chemical that makes things into napalm or something.
Well, it's what they secrete in their glands in order, like when it meets with the heat, it ignites the flame.
Right, but because it's the male, it's like the biggest napalm or something like that. It's a bigger explosion, bigger fire.
Right. You know, this movie really ups masculinity in that they're all searching for the male. So, yeah.
That's right.
So, according...
There's only one male dragon in this whole
thing. Which I'll talk about that in a second.
Which is a weird... Yeah. Go ahead.
So, according to the internet, in present-day London, 12-year-old Quinn watches as his mother wakes an enormous fire-breathing beast from its century-long slumber. 20 years later, much of the world has been scarred by the beast and its offspring. As a fire chief, Quinn, which is Christian Bale, is responsible for warding off the beasts and keeping a community alive as they eke out a meager existence. Into their midst comes a hotshot American, Van Zam, Matthew McConaughey, who says he has a way to kill the beasts. So, yeah, you know, pretty much what Dan said.
Yeah, I was pretty right on. Just mine was a bit longer. And a
little bit more cynical. A little bit more cynical. So, I mean, yeah, what happens with the little child when he goes to visit his mom and they're building tunnels under London and stuff like that, which I thought was really surprising. It's
though, is the kid who played that child the same kid who played the kid in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
No, I thought that too. I thought it was Freddie Highmore, but it's not. It's like the off-brand of Freddie Highmore.
It's an off-brand because he was almost like it, but not quite.
Yeah, as soon as he turned the corner and I could see in his entire face, I'm like, no.
But he tried talking like him.
Well, it's because they're English.
Oh,
They're from
look.
London. But Alice Krieg plays as the mom.
Willy
and she...
Wonka, come over here.
Oh my gosh.
We got dragons.
So this
Willy
was
Wonka,
quite a
come
start.
and candy.
What are you even talking about?
I don't know. Mommy. Oh, mommy.
Quite the
The
star-studded
dragon
cast.
candy wants some food. All right, go ahead.
So they're digging tunnels under London for trains and things like that. And yes, hey TD. And so yeah, while they're down there, so that her son goes exploring and he
Good night,
discovers the
Chairman.
dragon, and the dragon wakes up and yeah, shoots the venom into his eyes. And then, you know, the mom tries to rescue him and she ends up dying. And like Dan said, the whole world, you know, just basically succumbs to the power of the dragons. And let's see, I like the plot. I want to give it. Dan would be flogged for that accent. You know, and when we have that take place, we're gonna put it on live stream for everybody to take part.
That's right.
But I will give the plot a point. I like the story of this. I'm not saying it's like the most perfect story, but I thought it was kind of it was different, and for me it was a little bit ingenious just because of the fact that nobody would think about finding dragons under London, right?
That's it.
Nobody.
Yeah, London.
So I think that's kind of a cool storyline in the fact that it's modern day meets the ancient world. And then the fact is like, yeah, what would we do if all of a sudden we woke up dragons and they started flying, you know, around the world? I will say there's kind of a plot hole here in the fact that it takes place in London. And spoiler, everybody, but the main dragon that is, filling up the landscape with dragons, he's in England, and somehow that affects the rest of the world. Like, I don't know, it just seems a little strange how it's been done. But overall, I like the ingenuity of the plot. Like I said, it's different, it's out of the box. I give it a point. What say you? Dan, another day. Nice. Golden Dan. That's right.
That's it.
Tomorrow never Dans. Dan never tomorrow. No. Dan never dies.
That's right. That's a good one.
Dan with the golden gun.
That's right.
From Dan with love. Yeah.
I'm Dan. James Dan. No time to Dan. That's it. That's never Dan's. I love it. They're making memes of me now.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay. So this plot to me was okay. Question.
Yes.
How did the dragons like sleep in slumber and not die before they came back out? They didn't really specify that. They said something about being frozen, but that was it.
Oh, I don't remember the frozen part, but I mean, like, I guess it was kind of like a permanent, almost like a permanent hibernation until they were awakened, is what I'm going to say. Like I said, this doesn't have, like, it's not the perfect movie. There are some things that are unresolved. It kind of leaves it to the imagination. They're more focused on the going on the adventure rather than making sure we have the history of the entire thing.
Right. Okay. Well, the plot was interesting. It made the movie happen. So, I don't know. I'll give it a no point. No, maybe I'll give it a half. Maybe a half a point. I'll do a half. I hate halves, but I'll do a half. Top Gun 3, The Law. That's right.
The law. Phil says I don't
Chicken
remember
nut
the
candy.
frozen part because I had to let it go. Yeah, you know, you caught me.
Go. Yes. Mission Impossible, Dan Recall. I like these. R2 says something. Oh, that's great, R2.
That's great, R2.
The kitty cat. That's what we'll call that. Dan the kitty cat.
Okay. So.
All right.
Next.
Yeah. Next would be acting. The acting was okay. it wasn't the best. They definitely picked good actors to play horrible parts. Matthew McConaughey, I love him. He's a good actor, but he does not. He's not a buff. He doesn't. In all his movies that you watch, man, and then you see him in this one, it doesn't seem like he's supposed to be this buff military dude with a bald head going, "Oh, I'm gonna kill everything in sight. I'm a psychopath." It just doesn't fit Matthew McConaughey's part.
I thought he did great.
I mean, yeah, sure, he did all right, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't.
Maybe because you're used to seeing him in a certain role.
In other roles, maybe. Well, that's true because he doesn't really expand his roles too much. Like this one was like way out of his rolling play or something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was just weird to me.
Well, what films are you familiar with Matthew McConaughey?
Like there's a couple chick flicks. There's a couple action, like partial action type style movies, drama movies.
Okay.
So it's more.
Well, I know that he's in a lot of movies. I mean, what are you familiar with when you have seen him in films? It's kind of cheating if you just list off the films he's been in if you haven't seen them.
You want me to find the films I've watched?
No, I was just wondering if you could list off. Like, for example, I've seen him in like U571. I've seen him in like The Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, and then there was Sahara.
I've seen that one, yeah. Sahara, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he usually does play kind of like this swarthy, confident,
and more kind of like comical or something, you know.
You know, with a good sense of humor or something like that. But like I said, I've seen him in like U571, and he sometimes can get kind of like the serious crazy eyes. So this. I thought he was great as Van Zandt. It was a slightly different character than I guess what you might be accustomed to, but I thought he did a good job in it. I mean, he would. You know what I found was interesting was when
one of my favorite movies with him in it is A Time to Kill.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? That's a great movie.
The maker says he was great in Interstellar, and I agree. That was also a good movie with him.
Mm-hmm. Matthew McConaughey is a time to Dan. And a time to Dan. Yes.
Yeah, I like what R2 says, that he was disappointed Matthew McConaughey never told the dragon, all right, all right, all right. He should have showed up at the gates when he saw the people for the first time and said, all right, all right, all right. But,
exactly. He should have.
Of course you can't do that because, you know, but...
All right, all right, all right.
But like,
you said that when the dragon came.
Yeah, he's got. I don't know what they did. Like the makeup for the movie and everything like that was very gritty, of course, because everything is in ash and stuff. But man, like I don't know if they like primed his eyelashes or something like that. But I mean, like they were like up, and they were. It was an interesting way that they did his makeup and stuff like that, because when he would get really serious, he had a lot of moisture in his eye, right? Like almost to the point where he was gonna cry. And I thought that was
he looked like he was crying. Yeah, like he was about to cry.
You know, he's giving this really tough speech when everybody's recognizing and celebrating the fact that he killed this dragon and they've never seen that taken place before. And he's like, I lost men today. And you're out here celebrating because one dragon died when 300 more are going to basically rise in its place. He's like, you guys disgust me. I mean, he kept his eyes open for so long, and then like
like a staring contest.
And
my eyes are like almost shut constantly. Look how small. I got squinty eyes.
But no, I mean, I wasn't that impressed with Christian Bale in this movie.
Yeah, like, Batman did do a good job.
He was just kind of moody and sad. He might as well have been Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I
don't know.
From the new series.
Kenobi was good.
But
Wow, bots. Yep.
Yes,
we get furniture once.
That's because we are professional YouTubers.
That's right. We're the big time now.
That's right. That's right. And it's thanks to everybody that watches the channel. We appreciate you.
That's right. We love you all. Thanks for being.
But yeah, Christian Bale, I think I'd rather watch him in Newsies, to be honest. So I don't like him as Batman, so I'd rather just watch him as Newsies. I said it. That's what I said. So I'm gonna give acting a point.
What about Gerald there? What's his name? Gerald?
No, Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, you know, that's an interesting role for him too, just because of the fact that I was
expecting somebody a little bit more buffer. I think this came out before 300, didn't it?
I think this came out before he kind of hit his big moment of masculinity as a leader type figure in the movie career.
Yeah, he had a little straggly beard too. It wasn't like a nice big full one that he's got in 300. And then
there's 300, and then what is it? What did he play in? Is it like Olympus Has Fallen? Did he play in that?
Maybe.
But anyway, he started becoming like more of this, like more a prominent leadership, masculine kind of guy. And this one is like the sidekick almost.
Yeah.
Eventually just kind of gets pushed off to the side. He's not like right out in front. He's more of a sidekick.
To death when he closes the door and he's like, hey, I'm going to save you all.
Yeah. And then he doesn't. But I mean, like, I think because we're not accustomed to seeing him in that kind of role, it takes you by surprise. But this was back in 2002, so you kind of just, you kind of have to match that with the times. And so I think he did a good job. Like, he was convincing as kind of a nervous sidekick.
Right.
So I give it a point.
I give acting half, I guess. I gave it half.
I feel your pain over here, man. Like it's translating through the camera. My gosh.
I'm a good actor.
Oh, so you don't mean what you're saying. You actually think this is a really great movie.
No. Actually, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, not me.
All right.
Okay, so what's next? Cinematography. This movie, it was okay.
English, this is America. We speak English, or excuse me, we speak.
Are you sure? I thought we were just doing like French or something. That wasn't even French. Let's think here. It was too gray for me. Like throughout the whole movie.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. I just, you know what? You got certain apocalyptic movies that are really cool looking, right? And like The Book of Eli. That's a wonderful movie.
Never seen
Great cinematography. And then you got this movie. It's like, it wants to be like The Book of Eli, maybe, but
what year did The Book of Eli come out?
I don't know. Probably after this one. I don't remember, actually. To be honest, I think it was after this one. Go ahead, look it up.
It came out 8 years later. So
okay, well, The Book of Eli is a better movie. So, anyways, this post-apocalyptic feel type movie. I understand why they did the whole gray thing because the dragons look. The computer animation looks better in the gray cloudiness, so it looks kind of.
Well, it's meant to make it look desolate.
Realer.
Yeah.
And then you got, I don't know, but when the dragon comes closer, you can tell it's like really ugly animation, and then when they kill it, then it's practical, and it's so. Man, this movie's all over the place. I just didn't like how gray it was. Like, there's some parts that could have been a little bit less gray, like when they're in the castle or something, or something where we're together, we feel better when we're together, type of thing. So maybe add a little color to it.
Wasn't that kind of movie though?
Well, I know, but.
No, I know what you mean, like a source of comfort.
When you watch it, that's
well, I mean, they did with the kids, weren't they wearing like blue robes or whatever to make it a little bit more a little less serious, like
but you could hardly see the color of it. And same with like the white tunics or whatever they were wearing. You could hardly see any of the color. So it was just, I don't know, it was just bad to me. I mean, Some parts were okay. Another part that I thought was really bad was when they did the wide shot of Matthew McConaughey as the bald man. I
Van
don't. It's
Zan.
just it's weird because he looks so short when it's wide like that. He looked like a little short person walking around going, I'm supposed to be tough and buff, and it was off to me. I think they did. I don't know. They didn't make it look flattering when while filming. It was
Okay.
more like just like hard shots or something. I don't know. It was
Like basic shots.
yeah, like a basic thing. Like let's not make this look nice at all. Let's just
Right.
shoot it
Right.
just because we can. I don't. It was weird. So I will give this cinematography a 0, no pointer. Not even a half a point. It's a no pointer.
No pointer.
Can I do better? Probably not, but I'm still giving it a 0.
Love the honesty. There's that. So I thought it was cool. So yes, it is very gray. It's very melancholy, but I felt that was appropriate for the film because everybody's pretty much in despair. They can barely make it. They've got their crops out in the field and they're telling the people, do not go. It is not harvest time yet. We've got to process. And if you go get that food right now, it will attract the dragons and it will kill everything. And then we are hosed for the rest of the year. Well, and of course, then they go out and they go try to harvest the tomatoes. And what happens? The dragons come and fry everybody. You might as well just turn into cannibalism and just eat Kentucky Fried Pete. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, so that's really dark and menacing. And yeah, I mean, what I love is that when Van Zam, Matthew McConaughey's character, comes around and everything's all bleak and whatever, he's got stars and stripes represented right there on his chest, all nice and bold and beautiful. So it does stand out just a little bit because, the Americans come guns blazing to save the day.
I don't know why they chose a leather coat with that, like
the fur or whatever, or not fur, but
like the wool around the neck.
Wool, yeah.
Why did
because it looks cool, man.
Because it looks cool when he's bald. Yeah.
Yeah, shows off his tattoos that are strategically placed around the muscle area to enhance
the look
muscle structure.
That he might be muscular. Yeah,
he was muscular.
I think it was a muscle suit or something.
No.
Yeah, because Matthew McConaughey's not a muscular man.
Yes, he is. Have you seen Zahara?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's muscles. What do you think those were?
Yeah, but he's like a thin muscle man.
I know, but you can do different weight training in order to do that. I mean, like Christian Bale has done all kinds of crazy things to his body to train for like skinny muscles. Yeah, he's had skinny muscles. He's had bulky muscles. He's had no muscles. Mm-hmm. No muscles. I mean, it just depends on the kind of weight training I think you do. But
didn't he get himself fat one time too?
Yeah, he made himself malnourished, and then he also made himself overweight. So I mean, like he takes.
I wonder what his insides are like. They must not be working properly anymore.
But the cinematography, yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I think I agree with you where maybe it was kind of cheating that having everything so bleak a color tone that when they did bring in the dragons, it was easy to kind of mask how
I think that's why they did it.
But at the same time, so here's the quirky thing for me about this film, and a lot of the things that I like about it is the fact that, yeah, it's not perfect, but to me, I kind of got this like 80s vibe to it where it's not necessarily up to par. It's not up to a very good standard as far as in 2002. But I feel like if this movie would have been made in like 1987 or something like that, it would have been grand. Like it would have been perfect. And so I got like these 80 vibes from it. Like, yeah, some of the basic shots, they did what they could, and then mixing digital with practical effects, which I thought was really cool. And some of the cheesy shots, like to me, this was like the perfect 2000s 80s movie. for me. And I don't know why, but I kind of liked it. It was
Jurassic
quirky
Park.
for me.
They did a wonderful job.
Exactly. It was
And
a
this movie
wonderful
wasn't
job.
as good.
They did a superlative job
10 years later
when it came to that. And I like this movie because it looks kind of bad in a good way that is old for me. Like, I like that. Kind of like Rogue says the effects aren't that bad. Yeah, I don't think so.
I thought they were.
And everybody loves the 80s and everything like that. So for me, like, this was like, this is a good 80s movie made in 2002. So
Cheers to you then.
word up. And of course, I'm going to post in the chat again if you would like to get our Manflix month t-shirt over at TeePublic while it's on sale. Get it while you can. It's a fantastic shirt. Can't wait to get mine. But so I'm going to give it a point because I thought it was cool. Like I said, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, yeah, things aren't up to a necessarily high standard, but why do I like this? It's like, because it has this 80s vibe to it, and maybe it's just nostalgic. The other thing with the cinematography, the one thing I did not like was that, of course, it was, like I said, intentional in the fact that we're trying to create this bleak, obsolete kind of landscape. Everything's scorched.
Oh.
But when the dragons all are dead, or at least that they've killed the main one, the sky and all the other colors. Did we lose Dan or did we lose me? People in the chat, can you help me? Can you hear me? Or did I just die? Is it me? Is it everyone else? Well, it's Dan. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just carrying on. Let's talk about Dan for a little bit. Look at this beautiful face over here. The face that his mother would love. Mrs. Mom over here. Hi, Mrs. Mom. So while Dan goes and collects himself and thinks about the life decisions that he has made up to this point, we'll just carry on here. The cinematography gets way too drastic at the end. Like, you can clearly tell what they were doing as far as the fact that the sky suddenly is the most brilliant blue. People's lips actually have some pigmentation to it. And then the fact that everything just seems to be happier. It's like, it's way too drastic of a change. And so I thought that was very cheesy. But then again, I kind of like this movie because it's got this cheesy 80s vibe to it. So as far as the music is concerned, I don't know if I should wait for Dan or not. Music was okay. It was good in the beginning, like with the opening and everything like that. Later on, I don't even remember a single note from the rest of it. So for that, I'm going to give the music a 0 because, you know, I couldn't even remember a single thing except for the beginning. So Dan is in the background lurking. Let's see what he has to say. Dan, come on down. Join us for The Price is Right. We lost you. That's okay.
Someone unplugged the internet. I don't know why.
That's all right. I carried the team. It's all good.
Good. Thanks.
We were on to music. I gave it a 0. What are your thoughts?
It carries the movie. It helps the movie. So, because I want to be nice, I think the music is the only good thing about this movie. So I'll give it a point.
Okay.
The only spot that I didn't like the music in was when they were doing the celebrating thing. They had like rock and roll music.
Yeah, where did that come from?
I don't know. That was so strange. They could have at least had like some kind of like a normal what's it? Those Irish celebration tunes. You know,
penny whistles.
Penny whistles and stuff. That would have been cooler sounding, but I don't know why they did rock and roll music. It was really goofy.
Because it's just the best.
Hands down.
That
movie sucks.
Yeah.
No, it's an okay movie. Would I watch it again? Probably, eventually, but I probably wouldn't want. Like I wouldn't watch it if like it's not like Braveheart or Lord of the Rings. Something
Oh, by
like,
far.
you know,
Oh,
so those movies
yeah.
I like to watch like religiously, like once every 6 months or once a year. You know, this movie would be like once every 3 years, maybe, if someone was like, "Hey, let's do something about dragons."
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
I
kind of
watched
jumping the
this
gun
movie.
here, but I mean, like, this is a movie that to me, this is easy watching. Like, it's a good film that you don't necessarily have to pay close attention to the plot to figure out what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still, for me, a really good dynamic movie. Like, I like it. You know, I love it when Americans come in and save the day. That's right. We save the world. Guns blazing. Yeah. Hot
Rock and
dogs
roll
strapped
is
to our chest, lifting Hellman's mayo in the air and saying, yes, we will take over this country. We will save your behinds. America.
Never give up, never surrender.
That is the American way.
I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, let's say hello to Press Play.
I did.
You clicked on that. What's up, Press Play?
The last thing is the allegory.
Oh, that's right.
Rogue
And
says
R2
Dan is harsh against dragons. He might have a prejudice there, Rogue. I'm sensing something.
No. Because what's it? The Lionheart? What was that?
Dragonheart?
Dragonheart. That was I liked that movie back then. I know the graphics suck, but that was a decent movie. I liked the story.
Decent movie.
I liked the storyline of that movie. So, okay, great movie. I'm just saying. So, that's what I was gonna say. R2 says rock and roll is the devil music, right? Well, they did consider these dragons from hell, right? They were like, these are the dragons from hell. And then you saw the one sign from that said London 60 Route 66, and then there was a 6 above it, so it was 666, and it was like, oh. So there you go. That is your devil part.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's that part. The 666 there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know,
sign of man.
So is that part of your allegory, Dan?
No. That wasn't part of my allegory. So allegory, you know what? I did find a couple of allegories. One about basically about brotherhood coming together to fight one thing, which this was a dragon. We come together to fight the devil when we pray and stuff like that. So this was a dragon. You come together to fight a dragon. At the end, you know, they were like, well, at first, Christian Bale's character didn't want to do it. And then he comes to realize that he should do it to help out and to sacrifice for the future or for the other people who are going to live on from him. But fortunate for him, he did live. He did survive. Matthew McConaughey's character did not.
I was upset about that. I'll be honest, that was like a cop-out. It was needlessly done. Like, it made him look really chivalrous and heroic.
Did you see how he looked when he went, rah?
Yeah, but it was pointless. Like, I don't think his character would have really done that and not been successful. Right. So that part, I will admit, that part,
like if he would have poked out an eye or something, that would have been cool. And then
or if he would have exploded out of the belly of the dragon and been like covered in blood and guts, and been like, that would have fit. Like, that would have fit his character. But just to they basically, like a soap opera, they just killed him off for no point. Like it didn't. That was terrible. It was terrible. It was an Ahab moment. Oh, yeah. Show us where the dragon hurt you, Dan. That's right. You want to talk about it afterwards? I'm here. You know. So, your allegory, is it worth giving a point to?
Yeah, and then there was sacrifice in it, so you know I could see that as we go through our walk with Christ, you have to sacrifice a lot of things to fight the enemy and to defeat the enemy. So, yeah, you know what? I can give the allegory a point. I mean, it wasn't like slapped in your face, like a great allegory, but you know, it was there.
Well, let's be real. A lot of our movies, we don't. There's not necessarily a great allegory. We really reach for the stars and stuff.
For some of them, yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And what was it? The last one was it the Ewok adventure where we're like,
No,
I
yeah.
got nothing.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. Like I'm really trying
There
here.
was
I got
really
nothing.
and that, you know what's funny about that is that Star Wars has allegory in everything except for the Ewok movies. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you really
It
have to
was
strive
strange.
to
Yeah.
find.
All right, so go ahead. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all
Yes,
good.
I did.
Let me see. Rogue says Van Zan was meant to be a parallel to Ahab. The dragon male was Moby Dick. I mean, you could easily make that assumption or correlation, rather. I would have thought for sure though that Christian Bale would have been more, if that's the case, more relatable to Ahab than Ishmael, because that would be the part he kind of plays in this is basically Ishmael, but he has more he should have more of a vendetta against the dragon
Right.
than Van Zam, because the dragon killed his mother. So
And
I
he
mean,
would want some revenge or vengeance.
yeah, but he was kind of
He
docile.
got scared and he
and
runs
scared.
away. Yep.
So for me, the allegory that I see is like nothing ventured, nothing gained. And a little bit like what Dan was saying with, you know, risking and sacrificing. I mean, that's what Van Zan was doing, even in a crazy kind of way. He was looking for soldiers. He was looking for somebody that was willing to say, I am tired of letting these creatures, of letting the enemy walk all over us and taking our stuff. It's like he was like, this is our world. They're just, how did he word it? Like they're just borrowing it.
Yeah.
You know, this is our sky.
Renting, yeah.
They're just renting it.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you know, it's not easy. People are going to think you're crazy and heartless, and you're going to have to be if you want to accomplish great things, because you can't just let people, you know, their disappointments or their view of how you are stop you from accomplishing something that is for the greater good. So I find that, you know, and I think it's, you know, if you will, it's symbolic of the fact that it was the Americans that came to save the day. And I mean, I will tell anybody loud and proudly, you know, American all the way. We have our problems. We have our quirks in this country. No doubt. I am not a blinded, naive fool. But at the same time, you know, throughout our history, we strive to do better. We strive to become a better country, a better nation, you know, if we can, and if we have our sights set in the right way. And so the fact that the Americans were the ones that were like, we are tired of these dragons bullying the world. We're going to take them down. I am looking for a few good men, essentially. I'm looking for a few good men to go all the way with me, come hell or high water. This is blood, guts, and glory. And yeah, like I said, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I will give the plot, excuse me, the allegory.
All right.
That's right. All right. Let me tally up.
Sure, tally it up. Oh.
While you talk about something.
Oh, sorry. I will talk about something. We just paid for our website. So become a Patreon member. And for as little as $1 a month, and you can help us pay for the website, pay for Mr. Hubert to go away, and that you're gonna slap it.
I was like, wait, wrong arm. Just come back. I should have just been like,
yeah. And if you love what we do here, we have way much more coming in the future, especially after July. July is our 5-year. It's Inside the Booth's 5-year anniversary. I forget which the exact day, but we're going to be. It's going to be the whole month that we're going to be talking about the 5-year thing. And then we're going to be adding some stuff after July. Well, it's going to be basically after August, too. So August will be kind of normal stuff. But in the midst of getting things ready for September, the new things that are happening. So stick with us until then.
So to summarize, just subscribe and follow us because as the months progress, we're going to be doing different things.
Yes, as the months progress, we're going to be doing a lot of different things. Oh, is Dan assist against Ducks? Assist? I have assist against Ducks. It's right here. Gotta get it cut off.
It's right. Wow.
No, I know what you're saying. I think he meant to say racist.
So you guys want to know what the final tally is? Do you?
Yes.
What do you think it is? So this movie, for the two of us here today, could have potentially gotten 10 points. But Dan, tell me, how many points do you think it got? And then tell me how many points you think it should get.
It got 6 points, and it should get 5.
Okay. So out of 10 points, it gets a 7.
Oh, a 7, huh?
It does. It gets a whopping 7, and that ain't bad. I could go with that.
All right, you go with that.
I could agree with that. That's right. What, you need to see the receipts? Here's my official documentation of the point system.
So music, I shouldn't have given a point, and it should have been.
Well, it was funny, Dan. While you were gone, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the music. If you go back, I said the complete opposite of what you said when you came on into the music, and I'm like, oh, we seeing very different views about this.
Yeah, Phil says better score than I thought. Yes, the music, the score of the movie was better than I thought it was going to be too.
I didn't at all. I thought it was.
I mean, by score as in the music score.
Yeah, no, exactly. I didn't. I was like.
I know you didn't. That's why I said it that way.
Oh,
but I think Phil's talking about the score as in the numbers.
Yeah. So 7 out of 10 for The Reign of Fire. If you haven't seen it, of course, we at Inside the Booth always encourage everybody to make your own decisions. If you're curious about the film,
Benjamin says he can get behind a 7. This is one of his guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's some.
Pleasure.
I enjoy the Ewok Adventures. Some of them
too.
Okay. Dan does not.
Ewok Adventures.
Like, I can watch the Ewok Adventures and be happy.
I got some guilty pleasures myself.
Not saying it's a great movie. Just saying it's a good movie to watch.
That's right. Hail the chat. Still Woke Breaker. Hello. How are you? You're a little late. I think we're coming to an end. What's that one song? You don't have to go home, but you can.
But you can't stay here. There's plenty of places on the internet where you can go to have a good time.
That's right. That's right.
That comes out a lot weirder than I meant for it to. Wholesome entertainment.
There's plenty of places.
Sorry.
I was
trying to figure out how to recover from that. I'm like,
you were like, oh, that sounded.
I'm like, bad. I don't think I can.
So
go check out other people's podcasts. It sounded better
in my head.
Go check out other people's podcasts. Go check out Bob Ross. Man, go watch some painting tutorials.
Well, stay in the chat because I'll still chat. Yeah, so the ring of fire, and it burns, and the flames get higher. The ring of fire. Yes, I love it. That's why I like this movie. It's the only reason.
Which has nothing to do with the movie at all. So,
I know.
You're just waiting for me to say that, weren't you?
Yes. Yes. So don't forget Man Month, Masculinity Month. Get yourself the Masculine Man T-shirt. Campfires is what makes a flick a man flick. Right. And this movie, I don't know, did it have campfires? It had fire.
It had fire everywhere. That's why I can't remember if it had an actual specific.
Your brother did say the whole world was the campfire or something like that.
Because the whole world was on fire. So but that doesn't count. It doesn't count. It's gotta be an actual campfire. But
Maybe they didn't maybe they didn't make campfires because they already had like fires next to them to use.
doesn't count. It's got to be a campfire.
It can count,
No, it
especially
doesn't.
if they set something up to cook over it, then it counts.
They had a kitchen for that.
Was there a fire in the kitchen?
Of course, there was a fire in the kitchen.
Well, then there you go. Maybe there was a campfire.
That's
in
not
the
a
kitchen.
campfire. Are we really gonna talk about this again?
Yeah. Hey, look, more furniture.
More
Let's
furniture.
get them out of here.
Oh my gosh. So, well, and also in light of Manflick shirts and the Masculinity Month, we are also going to be hosting, well, I will be, Girls Night again this month on the 21st. So you're not going to want to miss that. Going to have some really cool guests on the panel. And we're going to be talking about cringy, macho, manly movies. That's what we're going to be talking about. The girls are going to be talking about the cringeworthy, manly movies that you guys tend to love. And we're going to give our opinions on that. So you won't want to miss that. You might be surprised what we have to say. It might not be what you think. So
yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, I'll watch in the background.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll even be here in the background so I can see your faces.
Unless I kick you out. Wait, what do you mean in the background? Because you can see us if you're watching us on YouTube.
Right, but I'd rather be here because it'd be more fun. You guys can be like, why is Dan here? I'm freaking out. I'm creeping out over here.
Yes, that's exactly what every woman wants, is a man lurking in the background, freaking them out. It's girls' night. No men invited.
Yeah.
Well,
R2 says invite Mrs. R2.
Ah.
I think Tabitha has a plan to.
I have a plan, R2. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about good old Mrs. R2.
Dan's twin sister be on. Failure.
That is the only way that Dan gets to be on girls' night, is if he dresses up like Danielle.
I'll be the bearded lady.
During Man's
JT. Good night.
Good night, JT. Good luck with your stream tomorrow. So
you're not a biologist.
But yeah,
I can't even say that word.
Biologist.
How come I couldn't say it? You're right. I'm not a biologist. What is a woman? I don't know. I'm not a biologist.
Great.
So funny. I'll see you tomorrow night at 10:30. That's right, everybody. Go check out JT Gunter Late Night with Cap tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, he says. I thought it was 11 for some reason. 11 Eastern Standard. Anyways, 10:30 is better than 11, so I might make it for 30 minutes or so if I'm not already tired and sleeping in my chair upstairs.
And that's what we do with our friends. We're very dedicated folks here.
Sorry, I'll watch the rerun.
If it inconveniences us, don't count on us to be there. Just saying. Might as well be upfront.
No, but I'll watch the rerun if I do miss it.
That's right.
That's for sure. Reruns are always fun. That's why we got to keep them on. That's why we keep these streams on for you guys. So right. Watch the reruns. And if you don't, well, we'll just send it to you in a chat.
We'll spam you. Yeah.
We'll spam you and go, hey, you didn't watch this one yet. Watch it. All right, so that be said, that is it, everybody. Oh, I wanted to play. I don't know if it would fit. Never mind. Forget it.
It's got all about timing.
It is all about timing. I just like it. I just like the whole light talk, but it doesn't fit with our ending. I should have done it in the beginning. That's okay. Anyways, everybody, thanks for being here. We love you guys. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and ding the bell, and all that other jazz. Go get yourself a t-shirt and go become a Patreon member because it's worth it. We are worth your time. That's right. So have a good night. We love you. And something else. I don't know.
May the force be with you.
May the Lord be with you. And for all those who don't know, let's See David.
Are you not entertained?